Hey, my friends, welcome. Today, we will talk about a very famous president, Abraham Lincoln. But not about war or politics. No, this story is something much stranger. After his young son died, Lincoln wanted to speak to him again. So, he invited a medium to the White House. Yes, the real White House. And there, people tried to talk to ghosts. At that time, America was in a terrible war. But inside the White House, the Lincoln family had their own pain. They lost their son, and their hearts were broken. This story is real. And it's very emotional, very mysterious, and very strange. This video is made for people who are learning English. We use simple grammar and clear vocabulary. It's a graded reader, perfect for A2, B1 level students. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel to support me and get more strange history stories in easy English. Hello again, my friends. Today, we begin a very sad story. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever lost someone you love? And do you know Abraham Lincoln? He was the 16th President of the United States. Many people say he was a great leader. He helped end slavery. He gave powerful speeches, and he worked hard for peace. But he was also a father. And one day, something terrible happened. His young son, Willie, got very sick. He had a high fever. The doctors tried to help, but nothing worked. In 1862, Willie died. He was only 11 years old. Lincoln was heartbroken. He cried alone at night. He didn't eat much. He looked very tired and sad. His wife, Mary, was also in deep pain. But then, something unusual happened. Mary heard about a woman in Washington. This woman was a medium. A medium is someone who says they can talk to spirits, to people who have died. Mary wanted to talk to her son again. In the 1800s, many Americans believed in ghosts and mediums. Mary was not alone. One night, Mary Lincoln invited a medium to the White House. Yes, really. A ghost meeting in the president's house. This was the beginning of something very strange. The medium came with candles, a small table, and something else. A promise. She said, "I can help you speak to your son." The room was dark. Only candles gave light. Everyone sat in silence. The medium held Mary's hand. She closed her eyes. And then she began to speak. She said, "Willie is here." She said, "He's happy now. He wants you to be strong." Mary cried. She believed it. She felt close to her son again. President Lincoln didn't speak much. He just listened. Later, he told his close friend, "I saw something. I don't understand it, but I felt something in that room." Mary went to more spirit meetings. She said she could hear Willie's voice. She said he was always near. Some people thought it was nonsense. Others said, "They are grieving parents. Let them find peace." But one thing is true. In the middle of a great war, and in the most powerful house in America, a mother and father were trying to speak to their son's spirit. Mary Lincoln didn't go to just one spirit meeting. She went to many. And not just with one medium. She met many different mediums. They all said the same thing. "Willie is here. He wants to talk." One night, Mary saw something strange. She said, "I saw his face. Willie stood near the window. I wasn't dreaming." She believed his ghost visited her often. She wrote in her diary, "He came to me in the night." Even more strange, some White House workers said they also saw ghosts. One guard said he heard a child's laugh when no one was there. A maid said she saw a candle float in the hallway. Some people laughed. But others started to believe something was happening. A quiet sadness was in the house. A ghost story was growing. Mary began to dress in black all the time. She said, "I am still a mother, and I still talk to my son." President Lincoln stayed silent. He went to a few of the spirit meetings, but he was busy with the war, and maybe he was afraid to believe too much. Mary kept writing letters to mediums. She asked many questions. Is my son happy? Can he see me? Will he wait for me in the next life? The war was ending. But inside the White House, the sadness stayed. Mary slept in Willie's old room. She kept his clothes, his books, and his hairbrush. She believed his spirit was still near. Some nights, Mary lit a candle and sat in the dark. She said, "He is here. I can feel it." Other people stopped visiting her. They called her strange. But Mary didn't care. She said, "Only a mother understands." Then, something terrible happened. In 1865, President Lincoln was killed. Mary lost her husband too. She said, "Now I wait for the next world. My husband and my son are there." After Lincoln's death, Mary left the White House. But she never stopped talking to spirits. She joined secret groups. They called themselves spiritualists. Some people said, "Mary is broken." Others said, "She is just a mother in pain." But that was not the end of the strange stories. Years later, some people said something very strange. They said Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter. Books and movies were made about it. Of course, these stories are not real, but they show how big and mysterious Lincoln's life was. He was a president. He was a father. He was a man full of sorrow. And to some, he became more than human. A legend, a ghost, or even a vampire. Today, her story teaches us something simple. Love does not end with death, and sometimes grief finds strange doors.